And hey, welcome. And we made it back. You made it back after hopefully you looked at all the others. And we are up to lie number 5 in this brief series. And this is the number one. But I get some equipment things going on. And see, I got this. You know that I got the iPhone 2, right? And this is the adapter. And I need the, what's the name of that thing? What's the thing that
I forgot what you
this has got, that's got the USB 1560.
USB-C.
I got the USB-K, I think.
I don't think you have the right one, Anthony.
I don't think this is the right one.
That doesn't go in there.
Yeah, that don't go in there. Man, it's not compatible. Yeah, I wish they would make something where everything's compatible.
Throw it out.
No, I think in Europe they finally did it with that stuff. What does this have to do with anything we're talking about? With lie number 5?
Well, in marriage, you can feel like if we're not compatible, I may have married the wrong person.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, and that's true. Isn't that true? But look, you're not compatible. Look, there's some people that they just have some issues. Their characters don't mesh. That they're just such different personalities that even though they fell in love and they made this commitment before God and men, hey, Oscar and Felix.
Because people say you didn't live together. So because you didn't live together,
well, that's the partially true.
How do you know if you're going to be compatible?
And that's the truth too. That's one of the catches with the way we do things is that you don't know if you're going to be compatible.
Person because you didn't live together, and so you don't know.
There you go. There we go. So, well, this is a great video. But we understand that. But talk to me. What? Honestly, just honestly. Why is that a lie?
Because I think about us when we first got married. Before we had no fights, so we thought, "Oh, we're perfect for each other. Mm-hmm. We get along. We think the same. Fine. We're gonna get married. It's gonna be awesome." And then we started living together. And I remember when I first found out that when we did fight, I had a lot to say, and you had nothing to say.
At first.
And I thought, oh no, this is not going to work out. It's not going to work out. How did I not know this? How did I not know that he's going to when we get into something, he's going to stop talking and not talk to me for days until he figured it out. Mm-hmm. And it would drive me absolutely crazy because I was like, let's get into it. I thought maybe I made a mistake.
Maybe we made a mistake. I've heard that. Usually that maybe I made a mistake tends to happen young in a marriage, sometimes later. I've seen it come. Sometimes it'll be in that, double digit mark. Sometimes it's right away. Sometimes it's double digits. Years mean like 16 years, 15 years. And the lie is so powerful because it makes sense. It makes sense because we live in a culture where everything is so mechanistic. Everything's about updates and this doesn't work anymore. And just when you get used to a program or an app or a phone, they update it and this and that. It's crazy. So it's almost like we've and it's of course it's strong in our culture, the compatibility lie, and it absolutely is a lie. The thing that I've seen is when we fall in love, when we usually meet, it's precisely because we're incompatible.
Opposites attract.
The opposites attract rule I now know to be true from my own experience.
It's very true.
Marriage counselors have noticed this forever, that the very things that attract you to this beautiful woman or man are the same qualities that draw you, are literally the same qualities that you will find like nails on a blackboard.
Repel you later.
They will make, I'm talking about they will make you so... But it's the same quality. It's just that as time goes on, if you're not really working on you and you're not really investing, the emotional bank account gets low and now the person repels you. And then your mind gives you, I married the wrong person. And so the feeling is real.
So the same thing that you thought was cute when you were dating, now that you live with the person, and you're dealing with it all the time, it ain't so cute.
It ain't so cute.
And I don't even know if I like it.
And I hate it.
That's right.
That's usually what it
feels like.
Matter
of fact, I hate it. So that's what happens.
That's what happens. And look, I want to give you this encouragement and awareness. coming from us, and you could look at this, if you look at research, whether it be the research, especially coming from, let's say, a John Gottman, the idea of incompatibility is usually it's not like wires. It's not like that. What ends up happening is what we just shared. The very qualities that attract you, that's why you got to really be aware of what's attracting you in this person, will also become the very qualities that repel you over time. You married somebody full of joy and bubbly. Now they're just so unrealistic. They're so naive.
Sit down.
They spend everything. They don't know how to they're dangerous.
Yep.
They don't, you married somebody who's confident and a strong man. Now he's so controlling and I can't, like what you know what I'm talking about.
It's like the flip side of a coin. So on one side, it's something that's great and awesome and nice. And then on the other hand, it's annoying, inconsistent, and irritating.
We shared this before in previous videos. We all marry a particular set of problems for the rest of our lives.
It's particular to us.
And this is particular. One of the things that I think that even in the Christian community, we got to be in the biblical community, we got to be very aware of, and to be honest, we actually don't take it that seriously. In the larger Christian community, when we think about scriptures, like in Mark in chapter 10, Jesus speaking, debating about marriage, divorce, it was because your hearts were hard that Moses wrote you this law, the law of divorce. Jesus replied, but at the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they're no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Every marriage by nature is incompatible, meaning there are going to be clashes, conflicts. There's going to be ugly things that will come up. And I would say marriages, most of them, at least, if not every, are incompatible. It's the difference of the process of becoming one flesh. The difference is what attracts us, and the difference causes the problems. You absolutely can remain married and thrive, even with the so-called incompatible character match. Will it be a struggle?
Yes.
Yes. Will it be a challenge?
Yes.
But divorce is not a solution to the problem. I want to encourage you to consider one practical. Because of this thing going on in the air, to really fight, to invest in your marriage, to deal with your issues, hang in there. The incompatibility can absolutely can change.
The new word to embrace is difference. We are different people, but we can be great together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It goes back to this idea of the emotional bank account. You want to make sure that you are investing in your relationship daily.
Yep.
Usually when people say the incompatibility, I'll be honest, it's one or both are not investing, and the emotional bank account gets overdrawn. And then that's when your mind starts giving you the incompatibility reasoning. And also your values kind of go low. So we want to encourage you. You can do this. You are absolutely able to stay with the one that you are with. And until we see each other again, wait a minute, we have an announcement to make. Coming up on April 19th.
15th.
That's what I said. April 15th, we will be going live for a workshop April 15th right here at the Rosenberg Civic Center under the theme
intimacy and connection.
The theme of intimacy and connection coming up. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time. We're going to have some luncheon. It's going to be kind of early from like around 10 to around 12:30, 1 o'clock. It's going to be an amazing time. Please register on Eventbrite, but we'll be right there in Houston, Texas, in the Rosenberg area. And it'll be our first one. Here in Texas. It promises to be, and if you know our events from before, it promises to be a chance to really connect with your spouse. There'll be assessments, exercises, throw in some clinical, some scripture, some sharing, and a chance to meet other couples, all climbing the same mountain, so to speak. And me and Pam will be there.
Yeah.
Please be there as well. Register as soon as you can. We are on Eventbrite. And until we meet again, this has been great.